Oh my goodness. Hey guys, Altovise Pelzer here, the voice coach. Yes, professional speaker, certified life coach, Amazon bestselling author, and host of the Speakeasy podcast. Hey guys, welcome. I know you guys see the new intro. Oh, I love it, right? I love it. So I'm coming to you guys with another episode of the Speakeasy podcast. Hey guys, I see you guys coming in over on Periscope. How are you? Those who are coming in over on Facebook as well. Super excited. That part. I always love play with new toys. I always love being able to play with new toys. But with that being said, guys, thank you for sharing. I appreciate you guys. Not just that. Hey, gotta share some of the hellos that are coming in. Hello. Hey, Queen. How you doing? So I'm super excited. And why is that? That is because next month, November 1st, starts NaNoWriMo. Some of you are going to say, wait, what did she just say? NaNoWriMo. And NaNoWriMo, that's my way of saying it. That's probably not even the way that they pronounce it, but in my mind, that's how you pronounce it. NaNoWriMo is National Novel Writing Month, and they actually added another piece to it that includes podcasters. And so this is why I'm super excited to bring this particular episode to you, because you are going to flip. Okay, that part. I'm going to answer some questions for you guys and shift some things in gear because I know that you need it. That part. So that part is so very important. And with that being said, let's get started. Okay, so National Novel Writing Month. For me, as in when I was coming into the industry, I was learning all about these different, I guess you could say, ways that could help you as a writer. There were so many different things that was going on, and you get sidetracked. You get people that say, oh yeah, try this out, try that out. You get people that'll say, oh, this is a great opportunity for you, a great option. And it was good on some instances, but not so much the rest. But NaNoWriMo was actually a very good program. They are a nonprofit. They do some phenomenal things. They give you prompts all throughout the month for you to be able to finish the month and finish your book in that month. And so I thought it was really interesting. I've used some of their prompts in writing before. And you guys that are just now meeting me, I write poetry. I just published book number 14. Yes, yes. And so that part, you got to have that understanding. Just published book number 14. I am an award-winning best-selling author, and this is the Speakeasy podcast. Let me tell you that part first. And the Speakeasy podcast is definitely where we go behind the scenes and talking about what it takes to be the successfully paid speaker or author. I'm your host, Altovise Pelzer, the voice coach, professional speaker, certified life coach, Amazon best-selling author, and look, founder of the World Voice League, a virtual network of female speakers coming together to impact social change. So when we get all past all of that, let's talk about these writing prompts. First and foremost, NaNoWriMo is actually a nonprofit organization that started in 1999. Yeah. Some of y'all thought that was a good year for some of y'all, but I'm not going to go there. But they actually started in 1999. Super excited. And as a daunting but straightforward challenge to write 50,000 words of a novel during the 30 days of November. Now, many people, when they think of writing words for a novel, they immediately get freaked out because we always go through, okay, how many words do we need in a novel? And at this point, it varies now. You don't necessarily need 50,000 words. It's a good starting point, and like I said, this is why this is such a great organization, is because it is a great prompt and a great starting point for you to be able to do some phenomenal things. How many of you have been talking about wanting to write a book? How many of you have been talking about wanting to start a podcast or wanting to start your own internet show? There are so many different ways. And if you have not paid attention, let me put you down to some of the things that are going your way. As a podcaster or as someone who vlogs, who does video blogging, guess what? IGTV just set in motion for you to be able to have something called series. Now, it's not out for everybody just yet. They're still playing around with it, but you can literally, you can go and have a whole series of things, of videos. That's a whole series. So if you're a podcaster, don't you think that that's a great opportunity for you to start your show? That part. Hey guys, if you are a writer, don't you think that's a great opportunity for you to go and you might get some inspiration and share parts of your book? There's so many different opportunities out there for you. And not just that, but also on Facebook. Facebook has added some great options for you on your Facebook business page that will help you as well. But I'll tell you those things at the end of today's episode, because I want to make sure you guys know exactly, what this whole NaNoWriMo is about. So again, that part. So they started in 99 for 30 days straight, giving you prompts and allowing you to be able to write 50,000 words in 1 month. 1 month. Now, I get people, listen, I know right now you're probably going to look and say 50,000 words in a month. Are you serious? It's so serious. It took me 8 years to write my first book, to publish my first book and get it out there. Why? Because guess what? I went through heck. You go through life. You have kids, you have a spouse, you have so many things you're dealing with on a regular basis. So sometimes you just need that extra support. You just need that extra support. Hey guys, I see you guys rolling in. Yes, sometimes you need that extra support. And trust me, this is definitely an organization that's going to help in that area. So 50,000 words. Some of you are going to say, well, what does that mean? Like on a day-to-day basis, they give you prompts, they give you how many words to write. Now, this is just a guide. That's the other piece of this. And they're really great at what they do, but they are a guide to be able to help you to successfully write your book or successfully get content for your podcast. Because I did tell you guys that they just added the whole podcasting piece to it, right? So 30 days of podcasting. I'm all over it, right? I'm all over it, because one of the things that we just did is we just did the beta course for Podcast for Success. And the beta course for Podcast for Success literally helped them to create their own podcast. So now going into next month, they're going to be able to create content 30 days, 30 podcast episodes within that month. Y'all not hearing me. I don't know if you're really ready. So now each year on November 1st, hundreds of thousands of people around the world begin to write, determined to end the month with 50,000 words of a brand new novel. You may know this mass creative explosion by the name of National Novel Writing Month, or NaNoWriMo. But that's not all that NaNoWriMo is. It's a nonprofit organization that supports writing fluency and education. But it's also a social network for writers like LinkedIn for job professionals. So yes, they have their own website for writers. Think about it. Yeah, being in a community of like-minded people. So there's hundreds of thousands of people all over the world that tune in and take part in this 30-day challenge. That's basically what it is, a 30-day challenge. There's people all over the world that take part in it, and it's to get that novel done. Now, with them adding the podcasting piece, this is why I wanted to bring it to you guys' attention, because guess what? This is what you need. There are so many people that I find who start a podcast show and 6 months in, they're done. 2 months in, they're done. or they're starting the show and stopping the show, starting the show and stopping the show. And it's simply because they don't have enough content to create the longevity that they actually are looking to gain. They don't have the content to create the successful show that they really want to have. And it's interesting because I told them in the Podcast for Success course, content is everywhere. Like, why are you fighting so hard to get content? It's because you're trying to compare what you're doing to what other people are doing in the mainstream. You're trying to compare what you're doing to what Tony Robbins is doing. You're trying to compare what you're doing to what Eric Thomas is doing. And you're not Eric Thomas. You're not Tony Robbins. You're you. So you have to find a fit and a flow that works best for you. But when you find that fit and flow, man, everything just opens up. The angels start to sing, the heavens open up. Like, it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. Because as a podcaster, I love what I do. As a podcaster, you should love what you do. As a writer, you should love what you do. When it becomes frustrating, then you need to seek outside help in order for you to find out, first of all, what's frustrating you about it. And then secondly, how to get past that mental block. So many people don't think it's just you. There are many people that get that mental block. Trust me when I tell you, how many of you have dealt with that mental block when it comes to writing? How many of you have dealt with that mental block when it comes to, doing a podcast or even live streaming? How many of you have dealt with that mental block? And so that's why this organization is definitely a great organization to connect with. They have a Facebook group. They have their own, like I said, their own website that you want to go ahead and connect with. But listen, it's NaNoWriMo.org. So NaNoWriMo.org. Don't judge my lifestyle. I can spell. Don't judge me. I can spell. So we have this organization. Now, the podcasting piece is what really got me. Because again, as a podcaster, I see so many people that start and stop because they don't have the content to extend it out. So why is this amazing? I'm going to tell you why. How many of you can count? There should be, everyone who's listening to the sound of my voice should be raising their hand. I mean, I'm not talking about algebra. I'm not talking about trigonometry. I'm just talking about how many of you can count. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. How many of you can count? If you can count, then you realize that 30 days, if you're a podcaster, means that you're doing 30 episodes. How many weeks are there in a year? There are 52 weeks in a year. So if I'm creating 30 episodes of my particular show in this month, in 1 month, that means that I'm not necessarily going live with those shows, but I'm getting the content. Are you catching it? Did you feel it yet? Did you feel it in your shanana? I felt it in my shanana. I'm sharing it with you right now. If you're doing 30 days of content for your show in the month of November, then doesn't that mean that you already have 30 of the 52 episodes that you need for 2020? Somebody clap it up. Somebody, I should have had the applause set so I can put in the applause right now. How about a round of applause? Yes. Standing ovation. That part. You got to understand that this is setting you in motion for success. You have no excuse now. And the thing about it is, when we think about podcast episodes now, podcast episodes don't have to be that long. It depends on your target audience. It depends on your content and what they want to talk about and hear. It depends on you. It depends on your audience. But your podcast is not, you're not recording a 2-hour show every time you record. You're not recording a 3-hour show. Like, guys, if you're doing 30 days of content and doing 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and then you literally have 30 weeks of content and shows for the next year, what? Who wouldn't sign up for that? I know. It's crazy though, because there's still going to be somebody who says, I don't have the time. There's still going to be somebody who says, I don't have the time. I don't have the resources. There's still going to be somebody. Listen, there's still going to be somebody that says, I don't know how I'm going to make this work. So let's talk about it. We are looking at so many different opportunities just in this one. Because if you do that 30 days of content, you can set it up that you do a whole 30 weeks of your show. If your show is bi-weekly, you just did your whole year of your show. Like you just did it the whole year. It's done. It's done. A whole year of your show. Who wouldn't want to be able to have that content to be able to do a whole year of a show and not have to stress out? Why wouldn't you? And not have to stress out. And then by the time you're ready to do another year, next November is here and you can do a whole nother 30 days of content. Y'all, come on, listen. Yes. So they have a podcast option now, and it's the same month, and you're doing 30 days of shows. So those of you that are listening into this, because I know everybody's not watching the video, some of you listen to this on a podcasting platform, and so they asked the question, they said, sis, so NaNoWriMo is adding a podcast option. Yes, they did. So imagine, you don't have to come up with the prompts, the prompts for you to be able to write or this content that you're going to talk about. But even if you don't, I'm going to give you some insight because I am such the friend to you. Even if they give you a prompt that doesn't work with your particular genre, there are so many options for you. And so I'm going to give you one. Now, I gave those who were in the Podcast for Success course, like a ton of ways for them to gain content, so much content, right? There's this thing called Google. Now, Uncle Google like snitches. Uncle Google is the drunk uncle at the family functions that tell all your business. Uncle Google tells it all. Well, there's an option for you to go to Google and do something called Google Alerts. Google Alerts is a great way for you to get content for your particular show. So even if they don't give you the exact prompt, use this as motivation, guys. I cannot stress it enough. Use this as motivation. Come on. For you to be able to do something amazing. So you go to Google Alerts, and you set up an alert for the content that you use for your show. So the same way that they're getting a prompt, and I don't know what the prompts are because this will be my first year doing the podcast part of it. So I don't know what the prompts may be, but I'm excited about it. And I'll be talking to you guys about it, and I'll actually document it as I go through the whole process because I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to witness the fact that this is amazing. And I'm amazing. And so it's just a bundle of amazement. It's just a bundle of amazement, that part. So I want you to be able to see this and understand it and know it. So go to Google Alerts and set up an alert for the content that you use on your particular show. Whatever topics you talk about, that's what you literally put it in an alert for that particular content and topic. Now, what's going to happen? Google Alerts, Uncle Google, the snitch. Yes, he's a snitch. He's a Tata. He was the original Tekashi 6ix9ine. That's probably not supposed to be that funny, but it's hilarious to me. He was the original Tekashi 6ix9ine. Now, some of you that are a little older may not know who Tekashi 6ix9ine is or what I'm talking about. But all you younger ones, you know. He was the original. The original snitch. Uncle Google will tell it all. Google will send you a daily alert, a daily email with the content that you suggested. So anything that comes up with that particular content, they'll send it to you right to your email every day. So you have your own prompts. So even if their prompts don't work for you, you have your own. Come on. Let's clap it. This is another time where we need that round of applause. Clap it up for Uncle Google. Clap it up for Uncle Google, because Uncle Google is the truth sometimes. Not always, because we know Uncle Google, and y'all be out here searching a bump on your leg, and then you think you got cancer. You don't know what you're doing. We're not using it for that, but we are going to use it for these prompts for the month of November. So everybody got that? You got that tip? I hope you got it. Because listen, if not, you go ahead and you go ahead and not have this access. Access has been granted. You go ahead and not have this access. It will be on you, not on me. Okay? Okay. So that is why I'm coming to you guys with this special episode of the Speak Easy podcast, is that literally this is a great opportunity for you. Now, like I said, we got some other stuff to talk about too, because again, when doing this prompt and taking advantage of this opportunity, it's always great for you to have a sense of community. Community is important. This is why NaNoWriMo and NaNoWriMo, they have a website. Go to the website, see what it's about. It's a nonprofit organization. They do education programs for the youth. They do writing programs for the youth. They do all types of things outside of just this 1 month and this, 1 month of prompts. They do other things as well. And so that's one of the things that's near and dear to my heart, because you guys know that, when it comes to the youth, that's my heart right there. That's my babies. So now we got that part in order. So we get our own prompts, or we use the prompts that they give us. We go ahead, we sign up for either their Facebook group, or even if you don't want to sign up for their Facebook group, but you want to be a part of a group, we're going to be doing it as well. We're going to be going through the motions of this process in the World Voice League. Come join the free Facebook group. Come join the community, because guess what? You can join in and have that support, because sometimes you just need that support and knowing that other people, come on. Oh, yes. I'll spell it out for you guys again. You just need that support of people telling you that you're not the only person doing this. So their website is NaNoWriMo.org. 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 That part. Oh, wait, I can actually type it in. I'll type it in for those of you who are watching the live, that part. Because I am a multitasker and I am thebomb.com. So I just put it into the comments for you guys. And then, maybe I didn't. Oh, okay. No. Okay. So I just put it into the comments for you guys so that way you can see it. I know on Periscope, I can't do it. It just gave me the slap on the hand, the no button, that I can't put it into Periscope like that. But that's okay. You guys, I spelled it out for you guys to be able to know what it was. Now, again, okay. So if you are someone who does a show a week, this is a great way for you to have an episode done for the first 30 weeks of 2020. Again, we're in prep mode for 2020 at this point. We're not even thinking about the end of 2019. We should already be thinking about January 1st. If you're someone that does a bi-weekly show, and yes, there are bi-weekly shows out there. There are people that do a show every day. Everybody's different. If you're someone that does bi-weekly shows, this literally takes you throughout the whole year for 2020. Or if you're someone who does a mix of a show, a mix of a show and an interview. This gives you the content for 30 shows, and then all you have to do is do the other weeks with your 30 episodes, even though that's more than the 52 weeks, but it gives you that leeway. Now, here's the other thing. even if you don't use this for your live show, even if you don't use this and upload the information to your Spreaker and all of that, here's the kicker. You guys ready? This is the sauce. You ready for the juice? This is the juice. You can take those same 30 days of content, create clips, or y'all about to get the juice. Create clips and use it for your social media content. So if you do one 30-minute segment, if you do one, let's not even say 30-minute. If you do one 15-minute segment, if you break it down to put it on, let's say you do IGTV. You take one 15-minute segment. Now you've done 30 segments, but you take one 15-minute segment. IGTV, you can do a 10-minute video. So if you did a 15-minute segment and you have where you separate your information in such a way, that's 3 IGTV videos. Y'all not hearing me. I don't think y'all really hearing me and realizing just the amount of gold that you're about to step into. You can literally take that one video, break it down, and have IGTV videos. You can have 1 minute long clips for your Instagram, for your Facebook. If you're on LinkedIn, you can clip it down to a 10-minute video for LinkedIn. This is mind-blowing. The way that you repurpose this content can be absolutely amazing. But I can guarantee that somebody somewhere is still going to say, I don't have the time. I don't have the time. I don't have the information. Listen. You keep it up. You go ahead and play yourself and not get in on this. Hashtag World Voice League, come join the community. Or NaNoWriMo has a community on Facebook. Come on. Right? They don't understand that this is the secret sauce. That's what they said. So one of the comments says, Unicorn, this is the secret sauce. I got to show y'all this comment. It really says it. Unicorn, this is the secret sauce. Yes, it is. And I tell people all the time, again, when it comes to doing a podcast, you should enjoy the show that you're putting together. You should enjoy it. You should enjoy getting the content for it. You should enjoy the time you spend on it. And if you're not enjoying it, then you're doing it wrong. Come on. That's just plain and simple. If you're not enjoying doing it, you're doing it wrong. You should. This is fun for me. That part. And he said, look, I am all about repurposing my videos. Exactly. This same content can go on Instagram. It can go on TikTok. For those of you who are on the TikTok platform, it can go on TikTok. It can go on Instagram. It can go on Facebook. It can go in your stories. It can go on IGTV. Come on. You holding yourself back by not repurposing the content. So I can literally do 30, and again, 30 days. It doesn't mean that you can't snip and clip stuff. There are so many different apps out here that you can use for you to be able to snip and clip some things and repurpose this content. Repurpose it. It's needed. Listen. And then by next November, you'll be able to do it all over again and have another 30 videos that you create. One of the things that I learned, and I taught my clients this, and this is all that juice. I taught my clients this for those that live stream, those that teach, those that podcast, anything. It's something called batch recording. You batch record videos. And for some of you, when it comes to your podcast, you may not do video. You may just do audio, which is great. You can do audio. But when you learn to batch record, then I can always go back and snatch it and be able to share it and do something with it later on. I don't necessarily have to use it right now. And see, the thing about it is, because NaNoWriMo is about, going and writing it so that way, writing for 30 days so you can go ahead and have a book. people don't really see the benefit of it when it comes to the podcasting side of it, because the podcasting side of it, I don't have to put it all together. All that content can go in different places. That content can be repurposed for blog. It can be repurposed. Even with doing the NaNoWriMo prompts, it can be used for blogging. It can be used in so many different ways. So stop limiting yourself simply because you're thinking you don't have enough time. Stop limiting yourself thinking that you can't access the level of success that other people have. Many people that you're looking at right now have videos that they did months ago, pictures that they took months ago, years ago, that you're just now seeing it on social media, and you're like, oh, this picture is cute, this video is great. They didn't do the video that day most times. They may have did it 3 months ago. They may have did it 3 weeks ago, especially if you're looking at influencers. Come on. Exactly. And look, that's it right there. I'm going to put it on the screen and say it out loud for you guys. We can make it happen if we prioritize. You can go and do a couple 15-minute videos in a couple hours time slot. Have those videos. I can show you on my phone the videos that I have that I can at any point go and upload a video for IGTV. The content is evergreen content. It's always relevant. I can go ahead, upload it, and be done with it. And you can do the same thing when it comes to this podcast. So when it comes to this 30 days. So November 1st is almost upon us. Like, we're literally not that far out from November 1st. We're a week out pretty much at the time of the recording for this particular episode. We're like a week out from, being able to go ahead and take advantage of this. And I'm going to encourage you to do so. Take advantage of it. Even if you do the 30 videos and you use them, you don't use them right now, you use them later, it's still a benefit to you. Take advantage, full advantage of the benefit. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in for another episode of the Speak Easy podcast. I hope I gave you some insight to this whole industry when it comes to the NaNoWriMo and the podcasting option that they have added to it. Guys, you want to make sure that you are getting in on this information. Go to their website. Check us out they have a Facebook group. Go to their Facebook group. Come to the World Voice League Facebook group. We're going to be doing this for podcasters as well. And some of you may be saying, well, what do I do afterwards? That's why you need to be in one of those communities. Go and join the community so that way you know exactly what to do afterwards, because guess what? That support is necessary. It's needed. With that being said, guys, this was another episode of the Speak Easy podcast, where we go behind the scenes on what it means to be the successfully paid speaker or author. One of those things when it comes to, even as a speaker, because I'm going to give y'all, okay, I'm going to give y'all this last sip of juice. In my Lizzo voice, I'm going to give you this last sip of juice before I let you go. If you are a speaker, these prompts can still work for you. These prompts can still work for you if you are a speaker, and I'm going to tell you why. Come closer to the screen. Come closer to your listening device. As a speaker, you can use these prompts or use the tip that I gave you earlier on in the episode about going to Google Alerts. Use those prompts and use prompts that you talk about as a speaker and make 30 days of content or 30 videos that you can send out for speaking opportunities, that you can create a speaker reel. It can go on your website. Y'all not ready. I just gave y'all the juice and the sauce. You got the sauce for your Beyond Burger and the juice. You just got the whole meal. With some Chick-fil-A fries on the side. You just got the whole meal. I just gave you your whole life. So definitely understand that this can be used in so many different ways. And I just gave you the tip of the iceberg. I didn't even go deep with some other things that you can use this for. But again, take advantage of the opportunity. Go ahead, say yes to the challenge, go join in, And look, we're going to see you on the other side. For those of you that are a speaker or an author, we would love to have you as a guest here on the Speakeasy podcast. You can go to bit.ly/Speakeasy podcast, all lowercase. And we would love to have you as a guest. Come on, join in. Because guess what? We know everybody's journey is going to be different, but your journey can inspire somebody. With that being said, I'm your host, Altovise Pelzer. And until next time, guys, don't forget to press it out. See ya.